Hello, welcome back to Ben Sushi Live Nodding. In this episode, I want to take a look at this thread. Basically, Dave asked how to create something like this in SVerchok in Blender using SVerchok, and we get a couple of interesting answers. I think the one by Derman is actually the easiest and the simplest way. Actually, it's brilliant. Simply just use bevel a curve and you get the solutions. I actually have a solution here, slightly more complicated, and I'm using two grease pencil to draw the profile, and then it will create these stairs. There's also solution by Zephy. So there are multiple ways, and then a lot of interesting thinking behind it. Definitely take a look. I'm gonna share my one over here. So mine actually, I started with two stroke of grease pencil, and if I hide it, so we only have two grease pencil, and with the grease pencil solution, of course, the benefit is that if you edit the grease pencil, this thing will adapt. So if I go to the top view and then go to edit mode of grease pencil, select a single vertices. So I'm using the proportional editing tool. I can make changes to grease pencil and then update it. It's gonna update automatically. So you might notice, okay, it's not 100% following it. That's depending on the sample over here. Right, so this is my solution. Actually, probably kind of similar to, I think I'm trying to recreate the bevel curve in a way, but I use interpolation and a lot of things. So let's take a look. My grease pencil coming in into SVerchok with all these nodes. Okay, this is just a single process. It's not so important. What's happening next is I'm actually using this cubic spline. So cubic spline actually have a really nice node here where I could resample the grease pencil stroke and specify how many points I want to have. So before this, of course, back here, we have a way to also resample the curve based on the length. All right, so after we do that, evaluate curve, I'm using vector lerp. Vector, this is actually doing the interpolations between two grease pencils. Okay, so if we use viewer draw, the lerping is actually creating dots, those dots, and the dots is actually controlled by this number. Okay, so that's, you can see the stair also grows if I increase the number. So it's a nice stadium. The way I remember it, I think we can see something like that in on the park, on a nice park, or maybe in Italy, if you have maybe you have something like this where person on the stage and then you look at it. Okay, there's a slide. You might notice, okay, the stair is not 100% correct in my design. It does not have any coolness that bevel a curve actually have. So bevel a curve actually have a way to track the path. But anyway, it's something. So right, okay, vector lerp, we understand that, and then after vector lerp, I split it. So I lerp, I interpolate it, and then I split. I split based on the number of the lerp, number of the interpolations again. And then I use UV connection. Here is from UV connections, I'm separating each of interpolations into its separate path, and then okay, this part I'm using matrix apply, and there's a transform that's being generated here. Here actually this part might confuse you a little bit, but I'm basically creating a number pattern that's more or less like 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2. That's why I have this number range, and then I zip it. I have 2 of this zip into itself, so the result is exactly that number pattern. 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Okay, and then I use list delete level here to delete it, to turn this list into flattened list. Okay, and then I shift it slightly, so because we want to have this kind of stair, so I'm using this pattern to create a stair. That's why we use this. Then I apply it to another UV connections, of course, and then I get this stair-like result. Mine is not complete, but it's probably pretty okay. This is the result. So maybe with the interpolation, it's not wrong. It's possible to have this kind of design. Perhaps I shouldn't make too much changes to the original grease pencil. Like from the top view, we can actually, because this is like, could be like a design, right? You're changing the design, you shape it and you remodel it until it looks perfect and you like it. Okay, that's the design I want. So this my grease pencil design is relying, it's actually because it's grease pencil, you can animate grease pencil, so you can show to your client. I designed it this way because I want to have more space here. I don't know. Oh yeah, I remember. You might see something like this at Seaworld or some kind of big aquarium where you have this pool with a giant fish and you're sitting here. Anyway, so from here, go back to this. If you bake it, of course, this one is looking like that. So you still need to fill the hole. I mean, this also can be done using SVerchok, but just do it manually. Select all, tap F, right? I think it's not too bad. Can be improved, but anyway, I'm sharing it with you, and yeah, give it a bit of study because the stair example is very interesting, and also this looks like a race course. Yeah, you can also close the path. Look at it, this example by Zephy. He uses the polyline viewer, which takes a curve and also the bevel profile. Okay, I don't have internet. So anyway, the stair. Oh yeah, Dave also use oscillator stair or step, which is actually not exactly for this. But I tried something like this in the past. It's interesting. This is more correct. Oh yeah, I don't have internet, but anyway, I'm gonna give this link and this video. Hopefully you can have a look, make modification, maybe use it in the future. So this is like, again, 2 grease pencil strokes, interpolation between the grease pencil, and then make the interpolated curve become a step stair. All right, thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye.